if you have sex with a man on the first date, then you a hoe.
I kind of
She
agree
said,
with that. That's not where you lost.
oh,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, first dating, yeah, neighbors, man, co-worker man, everybody, anybody,
Maybe
whoever.
it ain't nobody's man. It don't have to be
Yeah,
nobody's
nobody's
man.
man. This somebody this randomly out there having sex all over the place. That's whoring. That's whoredom. That's whoring around.
Why is it? What you mean randomly?
People meet people randomly in a nightclub, and before the night is over with, they don't going off to the hotel somewhere. That's random
Yeah.
sex and people.
Oh yeah, that's whoring.
Yeah,
You're
that's
a
whoring.
hoe. If you
Right.
have sex without being married, you're a hoe. You are hoeing.
That that's
You
where
are
that's where.
hoeing. You're hoeing. You're hoeing. You ain't married. You're hoeing.
No, you're
Unless
fornicating.
you're,
Or you are
now, if he takes you
you're
out of,
fornicating.
if
You're
he
not
take
an
you out of
adulteress
hoe
unless you're married.
mode, if he move you out of hoe mode into engaged,
You still hoeing?
no,
Well, what's
because
the
you're in
difference
a
in being engaged and being in a
you're in
monogamous
a
relationship?
monogamous committed relationship with the plan to get married.
Yeah. If I'm sexing you, we're going to the next level. We are in a monogamous relationship. We are whatever the plans is. We may not have said it or written it in stone yet, but that's the ultimate goal is to get married. If you're dating, I mean, at my age, I mean, most women, over 50, if they dating with serious intent to have a husband eventually. They just not, like I said, trying to be out here hopping from Tom, Dick, and Harry, going around.
Right.
They want
Well,
one
with
particular
random people
person.
who you don't have any relationship with. You don't have any relationship with them, you
Sex and
know.
people, yeah, but that you don't have no relationship, no foundation, no friendship, no nothing.
But when
You
you
just
first
meet up,
start
it's
out with
instant
somebody
attraction.
and you have sex with them on date number 5, you're home. You because you're testing it out. You don't even know. You don't know that person well enough to know if you want to be with them. You having sex with him, you hoeing. You's
People
hoeing.
meet
Because you ain't made a commitment yet.
people meet each other on first dates and connect and go into a relationship, and 30 and 40 years later they married. So again, it's a sketchy line between whoring and being in a committed relationship. Without being married, I don't feel like you whoring because you are dating someone, and after date 10 or whatever, you decide you want to have sex with this person and have a relationship with this person. I don't consider that whoring around.
But you
So
a
if you
hoe
whoring
though.
with one
You might not
person
be
for 3
whoring
years,
around, but you
no,
was whoring around.
if you with one person for 3 years and y'all in a monogamous committed relationship and you haven't gotten married, so I'm in a relationship with somebody for 3 years and I'm still a whore. I don't consider that no whore.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. Everybody
Yeah,
can have their own
I
definition
just
of it,
don't.
but
I don't see it.
sex without marriage is that's what it
Yeah,
is,
sex
isn't
without
it?
marriage, definitely sex without marriage. But like I said, sex without marriage is a whole lot different from jumping in the bed with somebody different every night.
Yeah, you don't have to do it with somebody different every night.
Well, that's what whoring around is. You got somebody different. This week is Uncle John. Next week coming through is Uncle Tommy. Next week after that coming through, you got Johnny May, Susie, Sally, whoever. That's whoring.
That is.
That's whoring around.
Let's see. I thought they were two different definitions, but all right, whore is a noun. They said it's a somewhat old-fashioned word, a person who engages. Oh, okay, wait a minute. So you know what? A whore and a hoe is, two different things, apparently. Because she
Okay.
said, if you do that, then you're a hoe. But check this out. I'm
Wait a minute,
surprised.
what did
The
the
definition of
definition say?
the definition says a person who engages in sexual intercourse for pay. Prostitute
Is a whore.
is a whore.
Right.
So if you're getting paid, that now you're a
It's
prostitute,
a
but they call
business.
that huh?
It's a business. You're getting paid. You're getting
Well,
financial
not
gain
it might
benefits.
not be I guess a business, or it's offensive, a promiscuous or immoral woman.
That's promiscuous. Mean you just out here randomly running from man to man, woman to
Yep,
woman, whoever,
yep.
willy nilly,
You're still a whore.
unprotected. Just going in just because you feel like it, just because you want to get your groove on that mic. Whoever's ready, whoever's available, your man, your man, your man, her man, my neighbor, my coworker man. It don't matter. That's whoring. That's being a whore to
Yes,
me.
most definitely.
Yeah. But like I said, if I feel like I've been dating you and we decide that we are at a spot in a place that where we want to become a monogamous and have sex and do all the other things that grown people can do or do often before marriage, I don't feel like that's being a whore.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though technically, like you said, it probably is just probably still a whore. You've been in a relationship for 3 years and you're still whoring in that one relationship with the person you with.
Right.
Because he give you different things that you want, and you do certain things for him, and it's exchange. It's still an exchange. Well, it's an exchange of goods, services, or whatever you want to name it. You're not married, so you got a point.
It says to have unlawful sexual intercourse as or with a prostitute. That's the unlawful part. Or to pursue a faithless, unworthy, or idolatrous desire.
I mean, you lusting. You just in
Yes.
your feelings, and you just got a void that you need to be filled, and you just want somebody to help you get your groove on for the night. And instead of you taking matters in your own hands and handling your own business, your own private way, you gonna invite somebody each and every time. It could be a different somebody in to handle that urge for you, to scratch
It
that
might
itch
not
or
be
whatever
each
it
and
is.
every time. There might not be somebody available each and every time, because some of us have an each and every time every 24 hours. So
Well,
it ain't each and every time. I don't whore around all the time, girlfriend Peggy. I'll have you know.
well, like I said, I don't feel like I'm whoring around at all because I'm either to myself
But
for 3 or 4 years or I'm
yeah,
going to be in a
you don't
committed
count.
relationship. Huh?
You don't count.
Why I don't count? Why don't I count?
Like you shut the whole candy store down.
With no problem. It's easy to do. It's not a hard thing to do. It's
For
really not.
you.
For me, yeah, I can say for
For
me, yeah.
you. For
Not a hard
you.
thing to
'Cause
do.
some people's sex drive is on 10,
Yeah.
you know. But all right. Kim is gonna get me with it. What she says, well, what is a man called? If the
A
woman
man
is a
whore.
hoe, he's
Yeah,
a
man whore.
whoremonger.
A homemonger, a whore, a player.
A whore,
That's what he called a
yeah, a
whoremonger, a
whore, a
player.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't get the real derogatory
names like women do.
no, not like we do, because they've been taught to sow
That
their
is
royal
cool,
oats and
right? And that is
you
okay, and
know,
that is cool. They have a lot of women on notches on your belt.
yeah, for sure.
But
So
you got some women out there that's wearing that whore like a badge of honor. I mean, they don't give a damn. They're gonna, like you say, let you know I'm doing what I want to do. I'm gonna get mine when I want to get it, and it's all right. You can call me what you want to call me. You can call me if you want to, or you can call me if you don't want to. But I'm gonna do me, and that's what they
yeah,
call it, doing
yeah,
them.
that's what they call it, doing them. And
When they say I'm doing me, that means ain't nobody assigned to this, and no commitment, no loyal, no faithfulness, no commitment to nobody. I'm doing me when I want to do me, how I do want to do me, and how often I want to do me.
yes.
So, like I say, don't you can't shame people for being where they are. I mean, be who you are, be where you are. It is what it is. And like I say, some people gonna call it one thing, some people gonna call it another, but some people say, just as long as you call me, that's all that matters.
But somebody
Just call me, yeah.
yeah, just hey, Holla,
Huh?
holla.
Yeah,
But
right.
no, so but so that was it, and I thought that would be that's interesting. It's probably going to be a subject that we'll have to tackle on the show for real,
Yeah.
just to get the input of a lot of other people. But I thought that that was an interesting, because she was hardcore on it. Oh, you just a hoe, you a hoe. Um, Oh, okay. Call it what you want. She said, "It's mine." It's my body. I'm going to do with it what I
What
want
she
to
want
do with it.
with it. Exactly. My
And
mama always told me, you got control over one purse, and that's your own. Okay, nobody tell you who to give it to, how often to give it to, or none of that. That's solely strictly your choice and your decision.
yes,
So whether you want to give it away for free or you want to put a price on it, that's your prerogative.
yes,
Is it wrong either way? Will you feel bad either way? Some people gonna feel bad because they gave it away and they didn't get nothing for it. Some people gonna give it away and then feel bad because they did get something for it. So where you really stand with this thing?
I-
It's like,
well, well, they say if you put a price on it now, it's
now
prostitution.
you prostituting exactly. So what
But
is getting
but don't we always put a price on it? The
somehow? I mean,
The
what
price
is
can be attention, the price can be your time, the price might be money, the
it
price
might
might
be a shopping spree, Gucci bags and red bottom shoes. It
is
could be
in
exclusive
trips.
trips.
It might be hair and that, it might be the price according to, who you're doing your thing with.
Hmm.
Yeah. Kim said it's sad that it's labeled.
That is
And
labeled, and it
it is.
is. It is, and that's why I say, some people not gonna call being in a committed relationship whoremongering, being a whore. But you say if you're not married, you still a whore. If you're in a relationship, you still a whore.
Well, spiritually, I guess, or you know, speaking, for those who subscribe, who say
Follow
I'm
the
a
woman.
Christian and I have Christian values and I
Uh-huh.
have Christian standards, except when it comes to sex. This is I do without, when it comes to sex, all of that goes out the window. But so if you have those values and those standards, then the label comes with it.
And I subscribe to holding out, no sex before marriage. But is it practical? Is it something that I think I really, really can do? Do I want to try it out before I sign the papers and dot the I's and the T's?
You sure do.
I do. I mean, I do.
Have to be a whore for a little
Because
while with you till I find out if I want to be a wife for life.
now, like I say, if you've been with somebody for years and things stop working and, issues and health issues come up and stuff, things don't work like they used to, that's a given. You with your man, you with your, but
Oh, so in that case, then what do you? Oh, so then you get to what? Nothing, huh?
huh? No, I'm trying it out. We gonna
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're gonna try.
yeah,
It's got to at least be working when I make the initial purchase or when I buy into it. Like you said. But if it stops working down there along the way, then we'll have to renegotiate. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do about that. Because there's all kinds of things you can do about that.
yeah, of course it is.
It's all kind of things that you can do about that. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, but women certainly get the rap. We're gonna,
And
they're gonna
to
put
all
some
that
kind of
hoopla,
label on us.
and men trying to downgrade women and call them hoes and call them thoughts and call them this and that. So what? Who they thoughting with? Who they whoring with? Who they
Right?
sexing?
Can't
Most of
wait
the
to get
time
with
it's
a
a
thought.
male. Huh?
Can't wait to get with a thought.
Can't wait. They can't wait to get with her. leaving a woman, wife, girls, side on the chick and everything to get over there to that same person they calling a thought a week ago.
Right.
Now she a thought. And you're gonna be back with her again if she let you get it again.
You sure will.
So, like I said, let people be people, let them do what they do, let God do the convicting. It's only one person that's got a heaven or a hell to put anybody out here in. And it ain't man, and it damn sure ain't woman. So let people be people, do what they want with who they want, and they will have to pay their own consequences at the end of the day.
Yes.
That's what I say.
Yep.
So you can label it if you want to. You can call it what you want to call it, when and how you want to call it. It is what it is.
Use a hoe.
Girlfriend.
Well, not you.
You know.
No, not you. No, but you know, that's what they're gonna call it.
Unfortunately, it is. And like I say, you can have 10 partners over the last 30 years, and some still going to try to label you a hoe. And each one of the relationships lasted 5 years, so whatever. You know, do the math. Would you say a person over their lifetime that had that's 50 years old and has had less than 10 partners, would you consider them whole, or would you consider a person that's 30 and has already had 35 or 40 partners?
I don't know that it's a number thing.
You don't know that's a number thing?
You think it's a number thing? You think you're less of a whore?
I think high numbers have something to do with being a hoe. When there's no longevity in the relationship.
Shut up, Kim.
Just say I'll be a hoe.
And let me
you're not trying to marry everybody you go to bed with either.
No, you certainly are not.
I mean, let's be real. Just because you're sleeping with a person, or even that they offer good sex or have good sex, does that mean that that's the person you want to marry?
Sure it doesn't.
So you're with them for 8 years. Am I a hoe? I'm with the same person for 8 years. That one person for 8 years. Am I a hoe? We're not married. I ain't trying to marry him at this point.
Religiously speaking, you're a whore.
Okay, well,
and you know, in modern times, though, I would say that that you're not.
Like I said, who's the judge?
You know, because you know you've been monogamous.
Yeah, she's done that too. That means been in a relationship with a person for a long time, not married with them, but still, like you say, you're dating, you're in a relationship, monogamous relationship, kicking it, sexing it, doing what grown people do, living life, and you're still gonna be called a hoe.
Yep. So you might as well be the best hoe you can be. Don't just be a raggedy, stink, coochie, ratchet whore. Be a good hoe. Keep your stuff together. Make sure it's nice. Be a nice hoe.
Nice, clean, fresh, tidy, pretty.
Yes.
All that.
Oh, do your hoeing on an upper level.
Go get your checkups, girl. Go get your checkups. Stay on top of your checkups.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
honey,
no.
Wrap it up.
Oh no. Sand is in the building. Sand turn is in the building.
Hey,
hide the men, women, and children. Because she getting ready to bring
hide them. This is a conversation they don't need to be in on tonight.
Yes. So, Sand, if you're just joining us, it's somebody in Clubhouse said if you have sex with a man on the first date, then you are a hoe. You're a hoe. They didn't say if you've done that with 100 men or 10 men. You know, there was no number put on it. Just if you're the kind of female that have sex with a man on the first date, then you're a hoe.
They're not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna call you that. They're gonna say she's just a nice lady and just want the, things is lined up the right way. Because I have a saying too. You know what my saying is, girlfriend.
Which saying is it?
My saying that when I'm not in a relationship, hey, if the stars, the moon, the constellations, and everything line up together, it just might be your lucky night. But
might be
gonna line up and have to be just right, because I don't do it often, and all those things with the stars and the moon don't line up often. That's about how often I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Just kind of dibble and dabble with a person and not in a relationship with them. But yeah, like I say, if you want to call that a whore,
Such is life. But I can
I
tell
get
you
it.
that consolations for Peggy. You ever heard of once in a blue moon?
Right. And sometimes I beat myself up about it. I say, maybe I should be out here having sex and enjoying myself and, swinging from the chandeliers here and swinging there. And then I say, no, that's not going to work for me. I can't do it. It's like sometimes, and even when I felt like I was a good girl going bad, I still would get right at the point where I can have something happen. I always get an opportunity to have something happen if I want it to happen, but then I back out of it. I can't go through with it because
She
I
just
just
can't do
don't
it.
want to.
You do not have any real. I mean, maybe you're just missing the whole chromosome. That one little thing that makes you like a full out, all the way out whole. You hesitate on it.
I ain't gonna act on it. I mean, even if I get the office and I think he fine as hell and everything just right, I ain't gonna do it. Cause listen, boo, boo, boo. At the end of the day, I really don't know what's up with you, and it's gonna eat at me
Yeah, yeah,
and bother me, and
yeah.
it's gonna get at my craw, and I just can't do it.
And let me tell you something. This Sam Turner chick that's up here on this screen right here,
Uh-huh.
right now,
Yes.
you don't get much finer, okay? Pretty and fine, okay? Thicker than a snicker, ain't she, boo? Okay, tomorrow she ain't had sex in so long.
It's so long.
She shut it down. Did you shut your coochie down for COVID, didn't you, Sam, or something? I don't know.
Yeah, because like I said, I can shut mine down for 4 years, 5 years. It's on the shutdown and lockdown now.
Yeah,
I'm out
I
of the
know.
relationship. I'm done with the relationship. I've been off and on with this person for the last 3 years. It's not going anywhere. It's not happening. In the marriage, the next step, the next level, I know is not there for me. It's not gonna happen. So why, I'm not gonna keep wasting my time. So
No.
now I go back into hibernation and take some time for myself and do what I need to do. And when I feel like the right person comes along or that I need to act with, I'll act with.
Right.
Until then, I'm cool. I'm good. I can set it down. I can shut it. I can lock it up. Access denied, 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 denied until I feel like it's right for me. So if you want to call that a whore, then you call it being a whore.
Well, that's not what they're doing. That is not being a whore. Oh, the shutdown.
Well, if I meet somebody and go on 10 dates with them and I sleep with them, that's being a whore.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it is.
Yeah, if I'm married, right?
Yeah. But that's what Kim says. Even if you only do it once, then you're still a hoe. That's how they think. That's the category. That's hey, she gave it up with no problem. What do they say? Poof, that hoe. Because they figure if you do it with them, you've done it.
You'll do it with the next person just for the asking.
Or you've done it already.
Just for the asking.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the asking. She gave
just
it up.
For the asking. All
right. Why are you
Sam
asking? This ain't your woman. You don't have no good intentions for what you asking for. What you trying to get the goods for? What that make you? Still.
A hoe hopper. Sam says, but when she does get some, call the police, baby. Call 911. He say, call 911.
In the meantime, dial, baby.
In the meantime, all the ladies are on that rose, that new vibrator, that new toy. And that's all you hear them talking about, the rose. They said the rose will change your life.
What is called?
The rose, ROSE, like a rose, like a flower. Because it's made like that. It looks like this. It's made like a rose.
Okay.
Here comes Sam. She said it's the bomb.
The bomb. And if you're gonna speak about self-satisfaction and gratification, and then nothing wrong with that, but a lot of people say that the vibrators ruin you for when you actually have sex with a man because he can't keep up the speed or the longevity of a vibrator, the consistency of the feel. It kind of ruins you for having sex with a real man when you do have sex with a man.
Ruins you
Somebody can
how?
weigh in on that. What do they think?
I don't know. How could it ruin you?
Because that vibrator can go for hours, and a man can't give you that constant stimulation like that. And then it takes you can get your orgasm. It may take a little longer each time to get it or to reach it. And then now you with a man, and he just can't. You can't reach it.
Sam
So
said
I don't know.
no. She says no. I think that I think the experience probably differs from woman to woman.
Person.
From person to person, so you can't tell me on one hand, if I'm not in a monogamous relationship with somebody, that I need to pleasure myself, and then on the other hand tell me, but if I pleasure myself, the next man that comes along, I'm going to be ruined for him. Look, you got to make up your mind, like one thing or the other.
It's going to do something for it. May, like you say, it's going to affect each woman differently.
Yeah, Kim said also that that's not true.
Okay,
that's
See,
not true.
I'm not a toy person.
Right. You don't do none of that. None of that. You don't never bother yourself.
I have tried it once. I have tried it maybe years and years back, but that's not something I don't enjoy. I don't want that. I want if I'm gonna have the touch, I want the hands, I want the tongue, I want the fingers, I want the real touch and feel of a man.
All right. So when you shut down, when you shut down, you are shut down. There's no sexual activity at all. Not with yourself,
that's gonna stimulate
and not with anybody else.
That's gonna wake up the lust demon. Because if you stimulate yourself, it's going to wake up the lust demon in you, and you're going to want to get that gratification from a man or woman or whatever you desire. And like I said, that's just to feed the void and the lust demon in you that you want to satisfy, that sexual gratification that you want for the moment.
Mm-hmm. Nicole said, "There's nothing like the feel of beef."
I know that's right. That's right. Where's the beef? The real beef.
Sam says, she said, "I will buy you a rose. Don't waste your money on Peggy. Don't buy Peggy no rose. You buy a rose for me, boo. Don't waste your money on Peggy. That thing will be dusty, up under the bed, dusty.
Still sitting in the box.
She'll come home and her grandbaby will have the rose out, waving it around. Don't do it. Don't do it.
The whole drawer of dusty dildos over there that's doing nothing but accumulating dust. They don't get
but I know people say that, but that's where you get creative sexually, because there's a difference between a clitoral orgasm and a vaginal orgasm. And he come with the proper tools. There we go. This is it. This is what she took the words out of my mouth.
Well, if you get the beef, you don't need the rose, do you?
You ain't had enough experience.
I'm not that experienced when it comes to like I say, a lot of sex and a lot of different men and stuff. I'm really not. I was married for 14 years. I married at the age of 28. I had my first baby like 29. I was married for 14. I was with him for 14 years, married for 12. 04, you know what I'm saying? I haven't had the experience of being with a whole lot of men.
Well, you don't have to have an experience of being with a whole lot of men. You don't need, but but a man that Nicole said that combination is another level. But you don't have to have the experience of having a lot of men, but just a man who has experience and who's open to giving you sexual gratification in a variety of ways. And so,
I think I had that. That's why I was stuck for 8 years with this one person. Yeah, it was a sex thing.
It was a sex thing.
Love, but I later found out, hey, it's just a sexual thing. It was a sexual chemistry. People don't understand sexual chemistry is hellified. it's a dangerous thing when you really find a person who you really have that good sexual chemistry, and they may only come around once or twice in a lifetime. So when you
That's
find
true.
it and you lock in on it and you know that's what it is, you better look out because that's something.
That's something that's very powerful, and
Yeah,
it's more
yeah,
powerful than
that's
than any vibrator. But Nicole says it's the experience of the man in yourself, and that's what you're just talking about. When you have a connection with a man, when there's a sexual or chemical chemical explosion going on there, that combination of you two, that chemistry is powerful. um Sam said you have to do it because some women are very boring in bed. And I think Peggy is frozen right now. I don't know. I might be too. But
okay. Some men could be very, very
yeah, some
boring in
women can
bed.
be very boring in bed.
And
But that combination of the man and the rose, once a man gets that reaction from you, he won't. I don't. If it's his desire to pleasure you to the highest level, and that's what it takes, a combination of what he does to you and then what this
Rose can do for you.
mechanical thing can do. You put those two things together, he's going to have to peel you off of the ceiling, and he likes that reaction. He likes doing that for you and making that happen for you, you know.
Yeah.
So you
And
know,
you
and
have to
men
be with
like
us.
it too. Look, Sans, and men like it too. They want to be vibrated on.
Oh yeah. Oh really? So
I don't
you
know.
you have to be with somebody who you're feeling when you can let what they say, let your sexual inhibitions go.
Yes.
When you feel like there's nothing that the two of you can't do together to pleasure each other and just enjoy and bask in the moment of just all of the hoopla and array of touching and twirling and feeling and all that good stuff, the foreplay.
Hi, Nicole Hamilton. She says, I don't know how I stumbled upon this live, but this is my kind of conversation. She says, we're too afraid at times to be open and candid about what we
What
need.
we need and what we want and what we like and what we really desire, and to tell them, like I said, a lot of people say they don't. Can you teach a man how to pleasure you? I think that's the best way to teach them. Tell them, more of this, less of that. I like this, or you have to talk. I think you can't just sit there and be quiet and just let them do what they want to do, because it's gonna be over in 2 minutes, baby. It's gonna be over and done, and you're gonna be like,
Right.
what?
Right. And then you
What's
haven't gotten right, and you ain't got nothing out the deal.
Yeah, and you're like, well, what the hell going on? Like, what? Well,
Like,
if you
where
don't
did
get
you
back,
that at?
listen, man, if you don't get your ass, if you don't get back over here and finish the job, go suck. Like, are you serious? What?
I mean, like, what? Where the hell are you going? You better get over
Uh,
here and make some music down here and make something happen.
and how about this? Does size matter, ladies? Does size matter?
Ooh, you know it does.
Listen, size matters. What
Sam says
matters
no.
more? Sam says no. It's what's attached to the man and what the man know how to do with what he's working with.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
not
how you feel about him.
it's about how you feel about that person when they touch you, and you're together, and you're doing things. That's what really matters. But it's not the size or the length or the girth that really matters. I mean, I don't need all of that to satisfy me. Not an advocate of a large penis. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to be a 10, 11, 12-inch man, because I'm gonna run the other way. Okay, some women like it. Okay, you like it. It don't take all that for me. No, no, sir. Get out of here with all that. That's a little bit too much. I'm not doing that with you.
Nicole makes a good point. She said it does, to keep, but sometimes it depends on what they know how to do with it. And I agree
Right. And
because
if it works.
a lot of men who have large, who are well endowed, are
Mhm.
lazy lovers because they come with just, with the penis like it is, the be all, the end all. And you don't get any of the extra stuff. It's really, especially for a woman, I think it's really, really, really how you feel about that man, and then how open, like you say, you can be about your desires, and how to get past your inhibitions, and what to bring pleasure, uh, to both parties involved,
Mhm.
regardless of, the size of anything.
Right, because if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter how big it is. It's just a floppy little piece of meat you got going on there. Ain't nothing happening with that. You ain't really making nothing happen with that. So if it doesn't work, size doesn't matter. I mean, but like I said, it's a combination of things that have good
It's a
sex drive.
combination of things. I was
Mhm.
on a panel with another group of women about a month ago, and there was one young lady on there, and she said, "Listen, I am 6 feet tall. She was 6 feet tall, stacked, whatever." And she said the prerequisite for her, the requirement for her, is that a man has to be well endowed. Now, I don't know the state of her vagina, if it's a long canal or whatever, but she said he has to be well endowed for her to be interested in him, and to want to have sex with him. She knows what she needs,
And what she
physically
wants.
and mentally,
Mhm.
whether it means, looking at it, seeing it is a turn on for
For
her,
her.
and
Mhm.
then getting it, helps to make it complete. But she said,
If you got a little itty bitty witty peeny, don't
she
come
said, you
this
can't
way.
talk to her. Don't talk to
Don't
her.
even try it. Don't even
Don't
step that
don't
way.
She said, don't do it. So for some
Mm-hmm.
people, it's a big deal. It can be, a deal breaker. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a deal breaker for me.
Not like I
It's
said,
not a
it's a
deal
deal.
breaker.
I don't want a big penis. And big penis men kill their wives. I think their wives pass away before they do. They'll
Shut
go
up.
through 3 women
Let me.
before they
I am
get
not going to
pregnant.
let you do that,
I
Peggy.
bet
I'm
you if you
not
look
going
up the statistics, it's gonna back that up.
to do
They
it, and then
outlive their
we'll do it.
women.
We'll cover it next week, because you can't do
Okay.
that. You can't
They
say
they
that men
outlive
with
their
big
women.
penises
They
kill their
outlive their
wives.
wives. I'm telling you, they do. They beat them down. They outlive their wives. I'm telling you, don't get with no
Well, do the
giant.
statistics. We need to see. You can't just
Okay,
pull that
okay,
out of thin air and
okay.
make that
That's
up.
my
Who's doing
opinion.
a
That's my
study?
opinion. Then I ain't gonna say it's. I'm gonna find the numbers, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, but
They
it's
outlive
your
their wives.
opinion. You can have based on what? Based on
Huh?
what? You know somebody who had a husband with a big penis and she
No,
died
I've heard
early?
it talked about. I've heard it talked about before. I've heard it being said. Kim talking about good night, ladies.
Well, she got to go to bed. But
Okay. Good night,
um,
beautiful.
I'm not buying into that. You
Okay. When I pull the numbers
And
up,
then,
you'll
big
buy
is
into it.
relative. Now,
Huh?
if he's got more than 11 inches, well, maybe so. You ain't never seen one like that though in
Well,
person.
you just asking for problems. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah,
You
yeah.
asking for problems, baby.
I'm not asking for problems. I don't want that problem. I'm not
Okay, well,
interested
I'm
in
just
that problem. But what
yeah.
I'm saying is, but you don't know, I don't know how all women are made. You
Right.
know,
Mhm.
somebody must need that.
Yeah, plenty. Yeah, of course, plenty of women need that.
Because
They not only need it, they want it.
they physically have the room for it.
Uh-huh. I don't. Yeah.
No.
I'm not doing
Mm-mm.
all
They physically have the room for it, so they find a need for it. But I think there's no substitution for chemistry,
that.
and
Right.
for conversation, and for understanding. Um, and you can have a beautiful sex life together.
Right.
And you
Right.
can just be like, just the biggest happiest whore ever.
Okay. Because if you're not married, that's what you're being, right?
Yeah, there you go. Say, I know her. She's a nice person. She's a hoe, but she's the biggest, happiest hoe I know.
Woo,
Oh
girl.
my God. Hey,
Tell you,
we've been
this
around the mulberry
do
bush.
we really mean to get into this conversation tonight? This a hot conversation tonight, honey.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm
Mm-hmm.
afraid so. Oh, okay. Yeah, she said you can be whole like. You can have whole. It's tendencies. You
Whole like
know,
tendencies.
whole like tendencies. You don't go full out on the whorishness, but you do let her out. You turn her loose every once in a while, and then you have to cage her back up. You have to reel her back in.
Okay, well.
You know, but for the most part, all of the ladies that watch this show and who are all are beautiful, wonderful, upstanding, clean, respectable women.
Who are
Put
not
that in your
out
pipe
there
and
holding
smoke
around. No, ma'am.
Maybe they ain't hoeing around. Maybe they hoeing up and down, but nevertheless. But and there you go. Well, girlfriend Peggy, it's been a blast. We love the after show. Okay.
Yeah, we only do them every now and then, but when we decide to go on, they be pretty juicy.
Yeah, it can be
That's
pretty
that's what,
juicy.
yeah, we can't share this with the youngins. We got to keep this out of their eyesight. It's the real juicy, stuff.
Yeah, right. They need to take their behinds to bed and you know, and look it up later on YouTube. For
Yes.
sure. I don't
But
know.
like I say, to all our beautiful women out there that believe in the sanctity of marriage and know that that's what they need to do is to hold their body and hold their goods until such time as a wedding date has taken place, I say kudos and that's awesome. And just hold on to that and stick with it. That's what you believe in. Stick with it. Don't let
That's right.
nobody sway you, move you, shake you from what you want to do. But I'm doing a package share, baby.
Oh, now see, we were getting ready to say goodbye. Now you had to bring up the pack.
I'm gonna sneak in a little package check, girl.
How you do that?
Well, like I say, you have your time where you can sit in the car with him and talking after a nice evening or date out, and you just get the, petting and rubbing a little bit, and you just kind of ease your hand down to where the area is that you need to be in, and he'll ask him to take it out. He'll be happy to take it out for you, I'm sure. You can let him
Yeah,
do
but
his
you
little
got to
thing
be
and look at
ready.
it.
And now see, that's a whole like tendency.
Checking it out because you don't want to waste your time. You know what's a waste of time for you. You don't want to get to a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th date, and then you ready to go in with this person. They don't talk to all this junk because men will talk some wolf tickets to you. Oh,
Yeah,
what I can do this, and I know that work, and I
I
know
know how to
this. And
take care of my business. You
yes,
care of
he'll
your business.
tell you
What
hook,
about
line,
my
and sinker.
business?
Yeah, got you all up watering, and you ready to go. And the night gonna be the night, and we gonna get it on, baby girl. It's gonna, and then you get in there, and you be like.
Now
Yes.
it'd be like
Yes.
somebody
What?
get me a magnifying glass.
You said you could do what? Boy, bye. I've done it. I'm guilty. 3 months in, and you finally get around to it, and then it's just you're just like,
Well, see,
why
that's the
didn't I
nice
do a
lady in
package
you.
check?
Because you wait. I believe in taking 10 dates and taking 3 months and taking a long
Not
time. And
rushing
then
and getting to know a
right.
person and
And
all
in
that
the
stuff.
meantime, you're getting emotionally attached to somebody who you can't be physically or sexually attached to. That's why you can't wait 3 months to do no freaking package check. Package checks come on day one. One.
I don't know about one now. You doing them on one, girlfriend? Come on, for real. Day one?
Let me see what Sam Turner had to say. But love but I love everything that comes before the lovemaking. Ain't no substitute for good foreplay.
Right, good. Getting a kiss, and because listen, because if you can't, you're not a good kisser. If you don't enjoy the kiss, you can't get nowhere else. You're not going no further. You got to be a good kisser.
Got to.
For me, anyway, that's one of my prerequisites. You got to have that art form down pat, baby. I want you to know what you're doing and enjoy it. I don't want no big sloppy kiss. You trying to stick your tongue all the way down the throat, trying to choke me, and it's wet and slobbery and all that. I don't want all that. I don't want all that. I don't want none of that. Like really, I don't. Keep that over there.
Over there. Keep that
I
over
want
there.
soft, sexy, sensual, easy, that fantasy, good kissing.
Yes, that
Yeah,
Hollywood.
that's gonna kind of ease you into working you up into wanting to get a little more and a little more. And yeah, like you say, all that stuff to come before the sex.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just jump right in there on the first date and do all that.
But you know what? About package checks, long time ago, people you would go out and you would dance close together, and you
Yeah.
might get an idea there about a
Uh-huh.
package check,
Uh-huh.
that sort of thing. But I'm in favor of package checks, either in person or virtual.
Mm. Oh yeah, you got something you do. I've never done it before, but what you do, girlfriend?
I have to
If you
see
don't
it
show
go for I have to see it go from 0 to 60 and blast off.
in the
I want to
video.
see I want to see your whole show,
Oh.
because
Mm.
looks can be deceiving.
Uh-huh. Angles,
It can
pictures
look
and
like it
angles and
works,
all
but
that.
it doesn't work.
And you
I
holding
want
it
to
up and
see,
all
yeah,
that.
I want to see if it can stand up and salute all by itself. No
Mm-hmm.
strings attached. Now you got it laid down on the table, or you it
You
up
holding it
with
up.
no. Let it go. Let me see what happens.
Mm. Okay. She tell me
Mhm.
tell a damn Virgo.
She said it because she's a Virgo. She knows I'm one. But I'm just saying, look, come on now. I'm 100 years old. I really don't have time, for the foolishness and the nonsense.
I got time.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too. Just one more thing on the package check thing. It has been my experience that people who have an impressive package, you don't have to ask them for a package check. They
Yeah,
almost they
like I said,
they
they'll work it
almost
out
knock
for
you
you.
down. They're going to give you, and they're either going to say it verbally, and they're going to do something. They're going to they're going to put your hand there. They're going to come up behind you. They're going to say something. They're going to promote and advertise the fact, so you ain't, so you can just have all of that, so you can ease your mind. They're going to give you some indication that they got
Got it
like
going
Biggie
on.
says, I got enough to feed the needy, and it
Yeah,
works.
yeah. Well, like I said, I was talking with a gentleman, and after about 6 conversations or so, they sent me a picture. They sent me a
An
dick pic.
unsolicited picture.
Yeah, unsolicited. I didn't ask for nothing. I didn't ask for nothing. It just popped up in my DM, and I'm like, oh my God, like wow. But see, they thought that was going to be the charm. They thought that was going to be the snatcher. And shortly, I was like, the horse. My favorite. I'm out of here is the horse with the smoke behind the kicking up behind it. I sent that. I said,
That's your
goodbye. I'm out of here. The horse with the smoke going up in the air behind the feet. And he ain't never heard. He called me like 3 times after that, and he got the hit, and he stopped calling me because boy, I'm not playing with you.
Ain't nobody playing with you.
Nobody gonna be trying nothing out over here. No, go on with all that.
No, go on somewhere with that.
Yeah,
You know, and it's about broke. You
wrong,
know,
wrong girl.
don't come over here with your broke penis. And I don't mean that the penis don't work. I mean that the pants that the penis wear ain't got no wallet in it, but some money in it. I don't want to. Look,
I don't even know about all that, but the fact of the matter is, no, I'm not
no.
the girl. No, sir, not over here.
No, thank you.
No,
that is not gonna. That's not gonna get you.
That's not getting you the results you thought it was gonna get you.
Right. Oh, she sees this now. She's gonna go crazy. She's gonna run
she'll
right
be
over
here.
here.
I can get her to come down here. You've been begging and begging and begging. Now you think that's gonna be the thing that's gonna turn that no into a yeah, and I'm on my way. No way.
No, it won't.
That's not gonna do it.
No, it won't, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna do that, sweet.
But
we're not playing no
with another hoe.
Mm-hmm. With another hoe now, you right. He he about to get a run for his money.
Try that on another hoe if you don't mind.
I said, would you like me to pass that picture on?
And it, you know what? And that's why I'm down with the virtual thing. Oh, hey, baby.
You call us beautiful queens. We're not talking like queens tonight, baby. We on a raw subject too.
No, we're not.
Talking a raw, dirty talk tonight. You being bad.
Bad.
I told we need to have her on the show. She does a lot of wonderful things and positive quotes and talks, and just very inspirational young lady walking in her purpose. We need to get her on show one night when we're talking about some wonderful things. So yeah, we like to have versatility here and kind of do different things and talk about different subjects and talking about things that arouse different people. Some conversation may be for you and some may not, but hopefully at some point you'll find that we just like to kick it and have a good time and pass a little time away. So it looks like we have a little bit of difficulties with our screen tonight. But girlfriend seems to be frozen, but thank you for joining us live on Raw Talk. We are here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on Facebook, Raw Talk Live, and simultaneously on YouTube, Real Ass Women. AS, not ASS. Real Ass Women. So thank you for joining our conversation tonight. Thank you for kicking it with us with the after show. We enjoyed each and every one of you. We thank you so much for joining in on the conversation. We look forward to you joining us again next week. Feel free to inbox us, go on the Facebook, the Raw Talk live page, and leave a comment. You're welcome to join us on the show, and we'll look forward to having you. So from the Raw Talkers, have a wonderful night. We love you. Bye-bye.